Compensation due to Sri Lanka by the company that owned the ill-fated Express Pearl cargo ship that caught fire and sank to the bottom of the ocean has become a topic that is being widely discussed once again following a statement made by Justice Minister Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa. The Express Pearl disaster is considered as one of the worst maritime disasters in recent history. Sri Lanka's Justice Minister Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa has requested the country's police chief to conduct an investigation over the solicitation of a bribe, while Sri Lankan authorities were in talks to secure compensation for the destruction caused to the Sea of Sri Lanka.
MIPA must take responsibility for it, and the case must be filed by the Attorney General's Department. There was a tug of war between these two institutions for several reasons, and later I intervened in the matter. The reports required to file the case were not presented on time. I set a deadline for the 23rd of September last year to hand over the specialist report to me, but I wasn't given the report. I was only given the report in January this year. We handed over the report to the Attorney General's Department on the very same day. In the middle of all this, I received information that the insurance company had paid a bribe to someone to delay this process or to prevent the case from being filed and to disrupt the process. I don't know if these details are accurate or not. I received information that a sum of $250 million had been transferred to an individual's account in London. I got this information about 4 to 5 days ago. I gave this information to the Inspector General of Police, and the information has been passed to the Director of the CID, and I requested for a report to be submitted to me as soon as possible as to if such a sum of money had been transferred and whose account it belonged to.
A report prepared by the expert committee appointed by the Marine Environment Protection Authority revealed that Sri Lanka must secure $6.2 billion as compensation from the owners of the Express Pearl for the destruction caused to the marine environment in the Sea of Sri Lanka. The reports to secure compensation were already directed to the Attorney General's Department, and the Cabinet also gave the green light to file a case against the owners of the Express Pearl in Singapore. However, experts have raised concern with regard to heading to Singapore to file a case to secure compensation.
If you consider the present state of the economy, Sri Lanka will have to spend on lawyers from Singapore. The total cost to file a case over there would cost around $4.5 million. We can only cover this cost if we win the case. I wonder why Sri Lanka is filing a case overseas instead of filing it in a local court. If a local court delivers a ruling, we can take action against the insurance company of the vessel and can thereafter secure the compensation.
The Sea of Sri Lanka that surrounds the island has a value unmatched by any other region in the world in terms of geopolitics, natural resources and biodiversity. Trincomalee, located in the Sea of Sri Lanka region, is an extremely important natural harbour not only for Sri Lanka but for the entire world. The Trincomalee harbour is a large natural harbour, and its strategic importance has shaped its history. The Trincomalee harbour is one of the greatest natural assets that the country owns, in addition to the coastal belt, the ocean and the environment. Today, Sri Lanka's ecosystem with natural resources is facing a new type of threat with the challenges that have arisen in the marine environment. The destruction caused to the marine environment in the Sea of Sri Lanka by the Express Pearl and MT New Diamond maritime accidents cannot be estimated to an exact number. To date, Sri Lankan authorities and politicians alike have failed to secure reasonable compensation for the destruction caused by these maritime accidents. In addition to the failure, the newly emerging issue is the corruption associated with this. On the one hand, the authorities are discussing the possibility of debt-for-nature swaps. They are trying to compensate those natural resources for the serious corruption and fraud committed by a few in the political authority and the bureaucracy. On the other hand, experts have raised concern on whether our most precious natural resource, the ocean, has become a victim of a crime of corruption, as recent events have raised a red flag over the possibility of using the Sea of Sri Lanka as a waste disposal zone. Due to these corrupt and fraudulent actions, our ocean region has again faced the risk of being polluted. One of the things that News First has been saying continuously for many years is the fact that we want to name our sea area, the Sea of Sri Lanka, as our exclusive sea area and assert our rights. In addition, News First also emphasized the need to protect the maritime resources in that region. At least in this new year, let us be committed to protecting our rights in the Sea of Sri Lanka.